Does it count as sleeping in if you were awake for half the night before that? But either way, Plarium is definitely not sleeping on this issue. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? I really wanted to make a video talking about this topic because I think it's really positive and encouraging. There's been no news so far about the new event dungeon and our complaints about that. There's been nothing new about that. However, there has been a development here on the Siege game mode, which came out before that, okay? And that is good and positive, and I really want to discuss that this morning. So, if we head over to that Siege mode area, very similar to your arena, we have the Siege mode, okay? And one of the biggest issues here is that there are lots of clans who are tying, okay? And there should be no ties, okay? There should be a winner and a loser. And they are planning to add a tiebreaker solution if both clans have their bastions destroyed at the end with an equal number of victory medals. The game will take into account how many teams each clan defeated in each building, and if the numbers are the same, how many turns it took. So there's going to be tiebreakers on tiebreakers on tiebreakers, and eventually we'll have a winner, okay? Now, will that lead to some saltiness where you are upset that you lost the tiebreaker? Sure, yeah, absolutely, okay? But I think this is absolutely great, and this is something we needed in the game. Granted, they should have thought of this ahead of time. Absolutely agree. They should have had a plan for it already. Absolutely agree. But it's not too late to fix it, and that's the important part, okay? Also, let me remind you that with your attacks, you can only use all battles auras. Okay, so if you take a look at my reserve team here, this is going to switch now, okay? Because this aura is no longer working, okay? So I need to put somebody else in here for this all battles aura, okay? In addition to that, yes, okay. When you're placing your teams, you want to use teams that have those all battles aura. You can use previous Siege teams. You can use saved teams from your arena slots. All of those things. Okay, so maybe we'll use this one. It's pretty beastly, okay? There's a lot of options now for us to use. And if you are looking at your champions, you should be thinking, well, hey, who has these good auras for me to use? So, for example, I would love to have a team down here like this, the Lysandra team. I highly recommend that, okay? I love White Queen Ancora. She is a giant pain in the butt. But, like, for example, she's not going to work well with Shu Zhen. She's not going to work well. Because Shu Zhen is going to put the leader forward, and we don't want that, okay? So think about that when you're placing teams. I just wanted to slip that in as a reminder, okay? What you also want to realize is that with your Stronghold, not the chat, okay? Do not go to upgrade this right now, okay? The only thing that this does right now to upgrade it is it gives your opponents more attacks, okay? And so they are going to be working on that, especially when you have destroyed buildings. You shouldn't get more attacks if your opponent has all of their buildings destroyed, okay? And they are open-minded to further balancing and tweaking changes in the future, okay? All of that is super, super great. All of that is really great. And I'm really glad that PLARIUM is open to fixing this game mode because I was so scared that they wouldn't. And so I think that this is a really positive change going forward. Put in the comments below, what are the changes that you think we need to see to the Siege game mode? So far, I have been pretty pleased with the rewards. This victory chest, these reward artifact chests, I don't know how else to say it. I wish there was a pop-up on screen for those. I don't think they pop up. But the victory chest is nice. I think that those are pretty good rewards. I don't really like the mana orbs and florins system. I think that that's nonsense and they should probably just remove all of it, but I doubt they're going to do that. But going forward, I think a lot of people are concerned about the matchmaking system. So far, we have completely dominated all of our opponents, and I'm not complaining about that. I love winning, okay? But it's very interesting to see who will be paired against who. And so if you're losing, be patient, because eventually you'll get paired against people who you can beat. But like, for example, if you lose one, then you should probably be paired against an easier opponent the next time. If you win one, then you should probably be paired up against a harder opponent next time. I don't know. I really don't know how the matchmaking works. I think it's just one giant pool of teams or of clans, and then you get paired randomly in that pool. So if you're in tier 6, like we are, then you will get paired against any clan in tier 6. I think that's how it works. You're in tier 5, any clan in tier 5, etc. But so far, like, think about the changes they've made so far, guys. All of these rewards down here have been updated. Before, there was like 5-star gear here for tier 5, which is completely unacceptable. Yeah, and they removed all of the 5-star gear, which is great. I would much rather have this low amount of 6-star gear in tier 1 than any amount of 5-star gear. I don't even care, okay? But another issue that needs addressed here is the amount of space we have, okay? PLARIUM, you cannot keep adding more and more artifacts and gear sets in here and keep us at the same amount. We should have been at 2,000 a long time ago. We should have been at 2,000 a long time ago. And same thing goes for the accessories, okay? The accessories are even worse because I'm keeping all of the 5-star, 6-star accessories for these gear sets, right? Like, I have unusable reaction pieces that I am keeping just for when I need them for PvP stuff. Slayer, Stone Skin Protection, now the Pinpoint. I'm going to have like 30 Pinpoint accessories, I hope, for every faction. When are we getting the boost to that? And while we're talking about it, okay, we need an increase to our roster sizes. We need most importantly, PLARIUM, we need a reasonably cheap way to expand our champion roster pool. It has nothing to do with the champions that we're pulling. This has to do with we need space to pull shards. I pull shards for people every Friday on stream, and for a lot of people, it's extremely difficult to make space to just pull shards, and that's losing you money. It's losing you money, PLARIUM, okay? So, we need more space to go along with all of these cool things that you're adding in the game. And that's, I think, everything I need to cover today. I'm really excited PLARIUM's listening to us. I was so scared that they weren't going to do that. So let me know what you think about all of these changes and proposed ideas. Most importantly, let me know what your ideas are in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.